Hi, Brian McAboy here with Inside Out Trading. Today we're going to talk about fear and really dealing with fear as a trader. And there are different types of fears that as traders we have to deal with. And one of the most common ones, even though it isn't talked about that much, it really is pretty common. And that really is just plain the fear of losing money. It's some of us, for me, it's not something that's been like a lifelong thing. I've gone through periods where I had that fear of losing money. And I found it really interesting. But the number of traders that I've worked with, they have a deep rooted fear of losing money. And this comes from something that goes back to their childhood and the way they were raised and everything, where they, as children in their family growing up, had experienced some really financially catastrophic situations and some significantly hard times that were very traumatic. It wasn't what they were hearing from their parents or their environment or school or church, all that kind of stuff. It was because they'd gone through a really bad experience personally, even if their parents were strong and worked through it and that kind of stuff. And it could be anything from the house and all the family possessions being taken out by a fire or a flood. I mean, that's not an uncommon one, or a hurricane. And yeah, it's basically just everything got wiped out. I think, of course, the insurance check helps out with things, but it's like, man, everything's gone. And so that kind of a situation can leave a lasting impression on a person. And it's funny because even with like this one guy that I was working with was hilarious. I mean, the guy's trading $400,000 account, and he was so afraid of losing money that he's trading little teeny tiny trades. It was like 0.1% of his account. And not forget 1% or 2% or 3%. He was trading like 0.1%. And he's trading these teeny tiny trades are like 25, $50. And it's because he had this massive fear of losing. And he understood, yes, I understand it's a small amount and I can definitely afford to lose it. I'll spend more than that on lunch. But he just had this hang up. And so it was funny because he was one of the few guys when I talked to him. And I said, "Hey, dude, I really can't help you here because your issues are personal. Your issues are not based on skill and training, which is my area of expertise, helping with consistency in the skill part of trading. I said, I need to refer you to a friend of mine. She's a good hypnotherapist. And because he had this issue, it was deep rooted, it was from his childhood. And even though he was consciously aware, he had some subconscious stuff to deal with. A lot of times, fear of losing can be that way. Um, and it was pretty cool. I mean, he had helped it, he had used it to help him be successful in other endeavors. When he was in a job, he had that security where he could channel it and he made it work. But as far as trading on his own and being an independent trader, not having the fallback of the corporation, that's where he had the issues. But for a lot of times, the fear of losing money, it's one where what we need to do, unless absent a traumatic childhood situation, generally what we need to do is really just go ahead and focus on it and have a conscious conversation with ourselves and work our way through it. Go ahead and start small. And this is one where trading outside your comfort zones also can be causing trouble. And what you need to do if that's the situation, if you're trading outside your comfort zones, here's the problem with trading outside your comfort zones. If you're trading outside your comfort zones, there's a couple of things going on. First of all, by definition, you're in an emotional state because you're outside your comfort zones. If you are comfortable, your emotions are calm. If you're outside your comfort zone, you're in an elevated emotional state. So that's just plain going to work against you. The other thing is, if you do have a fear of losing money, and especially you have a fear, and another one, the bigger fear of blowing up your account and hitting big losses, then it's a fear that's kind of your subconscious saying there's something going on here, and it's not just the trade in front of you. It's not just the apparent situation in front of you. What's going on is your subconscious is aware that you're not quite as well prepared for this as you would like to be, or you would hope that you are. And so your subconscious is raising that fear to let you know you're not quite ready for this. You're not properly prepared to deal with this and deal with it competently. And I mean, here's a good metaphor. It's like if you go to the theater, suppose you take your wife out, you guys go out to dinner, and you get accosted in the parking lot by a mugger. Well, if you've never been trained to defend yourself, that's going to be a traumatic experience, and your fears are going to go through the roof. But if you did get training along the way, your dad or you went to a martial arts school or boxing school or whatever, and you learned how to defend yourself, you'll be much more emotionally calm because you have the competence and the skills to deal with that situation. But if when it comes to trading, if you have not been properly prepared for this And you subconsciously this, or at least on some level, you are aware of this, that yes, you haven't been properly prepared for this. And it's why it's kind of been an anxious experience all along. Well, that's a big deal. And the solution for it, though, really, and the solution for pretty much all your fears is really to get so skilled up and get so good at this that you just plain don't have any fears because you've gotten so good at it. That's really the best way to attend to any fear that you have, whether it's fear of success, where yeah, you have that fear of success that if you hit some success, now you have that pressure to maintain it. That actually is a kind of a backhanded fear of failure, that kind of fear of success. And so again, really, no matter what your fears are, even if it's the fear of missing out, when you have a method or a particular area and you get really good at it, even the fear of missing out kind of goes away because you now have the competence and the skills and the proficiency and the capabilities to take care of your needs and your desires and get what you want out of trading. You're not fearing missing out on anything because you know that you're taken care of. You have security in your own skills and your own abilities. You have that security. The fear of missing out usually comes from an insecurity. Most fears come from an insecurity. So the best thing you can do is find out what it is. What are you missing that you need to skill up so that the fear goes away? It gets replaced with confidence and a knowing confidence, not false claims, not false confidence, not hopes, not puffing your chest up, pretending to make it, all that kind of crap. No, we're talking real confidence where you have proof with your own hands so you're solid going to the markets. That's when your fears go away, all of them. And that's really cool. Now, if you'd like some help sorting that out, swing by InsideOutTrading.com, book a call with me. There's a link at the top of the page. Book a call with me. We'll talk about your situation and what you've been dealing with, where the gaps are, and how we can get you skilled up, get that real confidence up so that your fears abate because they've been replaced with a confidence, that knowing confidence that you're solid as a trader. You're good and you know you're good. A buddy of mine was a baseball coach for our kids. He referred to it as getting stud. And he said he loved coaching Little League because it's like cool watching the kids get stud when it's like they start to get good and they know they're getting good. And I love going through this experience helping traders when it's like I help you to where you're getting good at it and you know you're getting good at it. And you just plain know that you're solid going to the markets. And I'd love to help you do that. So anyway, swing by Inside Out Trading, book a call with me. We'll get things sorted out. We'll find the best path forward for you, get you the right help so that you can get skilled up, make this a lot of fun, put the fears aside, move forward, start making money, start having fun with trading again. If this has been helpful, share it with your friends. Give me a like down below, subscribe to the channel. And again, hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.